Hansel and Gretel. Once upon a time, near a deep forest, there lived a woodcutter, his wife, and their 2 children. The boy was named Hansel, and the girl was named Gretel. A terrible famine struck the land, and the family didn't even have a single loaf of bread left. One night, the woodcutter sighed and said, "With so little food left, how can I keep the children fed?" But his wife replied coldly, "Tomorrow morning, we'll take the children deep into the forest and leave them there. They won't know the way back. That's the only way we can survive." The woodcutter was heartbroken, but he couldn't oppose his wife. The children happened to overhear everything. Gretel burst into tears, but Hansel whispered gently, "Don't worry. I'll think of something." That night, when everyone was asleep, Hansel quietly slipped outside and filled his pockets with white pebbles shining in the moonlight. The next morning, the parents took the children into the forest. As they walked, Hansel secretly dropped the pebbles behind him. When they reached the middle of the forest, the parents said, "Wait here. We'll be back soon." When the moon rose, the pebbles shone like silver coins, guiding their way home. And so, the children made it back safely. But before long, the food ran out again, and the stepmother proposed an even crueler plan. This time, Hansel couldn't gather pebbles. He crumbled his bread and dropped the crumbs along the path, but by nightfall, birds had eaten every last piece. The children wandered deeper and deeper into the forest until they were exhausted. Around noon on the 3rd day, a beautiful white bird led them to a small house made entirely of sweets. As the hungry children nibbled on the house, a frail old woman appeared. But she was actually a witch who ate children. The witch locked Hansel in a cage, planning to fatten him up. Gretel was forced to work while desperately searching for a way to save them. When the witch tried to shove Gretel into the oven, Gretel used her quick wits to push the witch inside instead and lock the door. The witch's house was filled with jewels, and the children stuffed their pockets and apron with as many as they could carry. With the help of a kind white duck, they crossed a river and finally returned to their father's house. The stepmother had already passed away, and the father wept with joy as he embraced his children. Thanks to the treasure, they lived happily ever after.